In today's video, we're going to eliminate your crossing noises. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, I'm Willis Bagpiper, and on this channel I make videos to make you a stronger and more confident bagpiper. If you like this kind of content, comment below with any thoughts you might have, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all that kind of stuff, and also be aware I do give Skype lessons if you want some more personalized instruction. Anyways, let's get on with the video. In the description below there is a link to download this PDF right here. It's a 3-page document, so go ahead, print that out, put it on your iPad, whatever you need to do, have it ready in front of you so you can follow along. Crossing noises, all of the things that we can do with our fingers that can make our music sound less than optimal to be nice. Most all pipers have had issues with crossing noises at some point in their playing. And today I wanted to discuss some exercises I use to eliminate crossing noises with my students. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little unusual because I'm actually going to have you dig in to the crossing noise before we get rid of it. Specifically, when I discuss a crossing noise, I'm talking about the moments when we're switching our hands, say a D to an E, C to an F, but when your hands are back and forth and having to not click against each other when you're doing it. Yuck. Yuck. We don't want those low sounds. And that being said, some people consider this, those things crossing noises. I would call those runs. In a future video, I will be dealing with how I eliminate runny fingers. But for today, it's all about the hands catching on each other. So in this first line, you can see we're going from D to E. Now let's go back to the beginning and see what I have going on. I have a D, low G to an E. Why? Well, I feel the biggest thing that causes crossing noises is a lack of accuracy with your finger work. You should be able to control your fingers in just about any way you can on this instrument. So if you want to get rid of your crossing noise, it's useful to know where it comes from, and once you know that, you can get rid of it. So here, we're going to start by making the crossing noise of the low G a full note. We're going to make it a full 8th note to start with here. And then we'll do that exercise twice. We'll go in, we'll lengthen that first D now and turn the low G into a 16th note. And then in bar 3, you can see that it's actually written as quarter notes, but I have some X-headed grace notes in here. Those are the crossing noises, but here they'll be represented by clicks that we actually want to put in the music. And then finally, the 4th bar is when we should have nice, clean, accurate fingering. I also want to note that this also can help those with lazy bottom hands. Many pipers, especially those that have spent maybe too many hours on an electronic bagpipe, can start developing where they go to cross and these fingers don't come down with much aggression. While we don't want to click, we don't want that in our playing, we also don't want the opposite where the bottom hand like kind of scoops and is way too big. Like, there's still a noise to be heard there and we want to try to make that as small as possible. It's less distracting than the low clicking one, but we want to really have that really precise moment where the fingers barely miss making that extra noise. Let's see how this sounds as an exercise. I got the metronome set here at 60 beats per minute. And we're going to go ahead and play line 1. So you can see you have a big crossing noise, a smaller crossing noise, a click of a crossing noise, and then no crossing noise. Crazily useful. Now, in this, I have it broken up, crossing noises to and from E, to and from F, to and from G, and to and from high A. Maybe one day a week, this would be a great warm-up to do just top to bottom. But if you know you have a particular note change problem in a tune that you're playing, you can highlight that line or whatever you need to do and practice that line specifically to fix that crossing noise. I'm going to start at the top of the crossing noises to and from E and give this a go. Those were all the combinations from the bottom hand to and from an E.
Turn the page.
Now that we're dealing with high G and all three top fingers have to lift, this is where we can run into a problem with runs as well as crossing noises. So if you're hearing one of those kind of runny ra kind of sounds, that's a run. There'll be a card in one of these corners with an upcoming video on runs and how to fix those. It's a bit beyond the scope of this video. This is really about getting rid of that low catching noise. But if you hear the runs, go ahead, click that and give that one a watch. I think we might have heard just a little bit of my fingers actually curling off the back of the hole there. I'm kind of holding the Chanter at a rather unusual angle to hopefully let you guys see my finger work. So apologies for any weird noises that may be creeping in there. To and from high A. So there are some exercises to help you eliminate your crossing noises by really figuring out the crossing noise and where it's coming from and what fingers are involved, and then working it, purposely making it smaller until it's eliminated. Not only can help you get rid of your crossing noises, but as I said at the beginning, it can also help get rid of too open of finger motions when you're trying to close to a note. So this exercise can help solve two different problems. I'm going to start incorporating this into my own warm-up probably once to twice a week, because I find I often get just a little bit lazy with my bottom hand closing. So this can go a long way to help that problem. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. If you got something out of this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and comment below with what you think of these exercises or what you do to fix your crossing noises in your own playing. If you want to go the extra mile, go head over to my Patreon, where a small monthly donation goes a really long way to helping me make videos and content like this for you guys. And real quick, I do give Skype lessons for those wanting more personalized instruction. You can find me at www.mattpiper.com. All right, everybody, I'm Matt Willis Bagpiper, and until next time, cheers.